Good day, and thank you for watching. If you are involved in a custody case in California and one parent wants to move away with the child, there is one thing you need to understand immediately. Move away cases are some of the most complicated and emotionally charged cases in family law because they involve two competing interests: a parent's desire or need to relocate, and a child's need for stability and continuing relationships. Let's start with the basics. A move away case usually happens when one parent wants to relocate with the child far enough away that it would significantly affect the current custody arrangement. This could mean moving to another city, another county, or another state. Now, here's the key: the court is not just looking at the move itself. The court is looking at the impact of the move on the child. That is the center of the analysis. Now, here's where many parents make a mistake. They assume that because they are the primary custodial parent, they can automatically move with the child. But that is not always true. The court may still review whether the move is in the child's best interests. Now, let's talk about the factors courts may consider: the child's age, the child's relationship with each parent, school and community connections, the reason for the move, and how the move will affect the child's relationship with the non moving parent. Now, let's discuss another important issue: motivation. If the court believes a parent is moving primarily to interfere with the other parent's relationship, that can become a serious concern. Now, let's talk about practical realities. Relocation affects schedules, travel, communication, vacations, and overall parenting time. The court may examine whether realistic alternatives exist to preserve the relationship between the child and the non moving parent. Now, here's where many people make another mistake: they announce the move before seeking court approval, or they make plans assuming approval will be automatic. But in contested custody situations, unilateral action can create problems. Now, let's talk about documentation. If you're requesting a move away order, you need to clearly explain the reason for the move: employment opportunities, family support, financial stability, educational opportunities. These details matter. Now, let's discuss the role of consistency. Courts often value stability in custody cases. So, if a child has an established routine, school, and support system, the court may carefully consider whether disrupting that routine is appropriate. Now, let's talk about communication. How parents communicate during move away disputes matters. Hostile behavior, threats, or attempts to block contact with the other parent can affect how the court views the situation. Now, let's discuss another important issue: temporary orders. Sometimes a move away dispute begins with emergency or temporary requests, and temporary decisions can influence the direction of the case moving forward. Now, let's talk about long distance parenting plans. If relocation is approved, the court may adjust parenting schedules significantly: longer visitation periods, holiday schedules, video communication, transportation responsibilities. All of these may become part of the order. Now, let's address another common misunderstanding. Some parents believe that if they have sole custody, the move will automatically be allowed. But even sole custody situations may still involve court review if the move significantly affects the other parent's relationship. Now, let's look at the bigger picture. Move away cases are not simply about geography. They are about preserving relationships, stability, and the child's overall well being. Finally, let's talk about expectations. Move away cases are highly fact specific. There is no single formula. The details matter, the evidence matters, and the child's best interests remain central. In conclusion, relocating with a child during a custody case in California involves much more than deciding where to live. It requires court analysis of how the move affects the child and the parenting relationship. If you are considering relocation or facing a move away dispute, understanding the legal issues early is critical. Call us at 888 888 6582. I'm Vince Davis, and we are all in this together.